Trading since 2016, teaching since 2021, and dropping bars since 2023. What's good? It's your boy Big Bain in this thing, and y'all see where we at. BBIDF, right? My channel is dedicated to, your everyday hard working man and woman, right? You know what I'm saying? Who really going through it, and they just sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know what I mean? They're looking for that way out, and they heard about Forex, but they don't really think it was for them. They don't think they could figure it out. They don't think they could ever, really make any money with it because they think it's too difficult. Well, I take all that complex stuff and I break it down into layman's terms to where you can understand and get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? Have yourself a little avenue and a way out. You know what I'm saying? So if that's you, and I know it is, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and I'm gonna catch you on the inside. All right, it's your boy. Peace.
Yeah, I'm really finna get your ass the game, man. You know I break it down. Come on, man. You know it's Bain.
Leone wrote. Mandrell, y'all good?
Yeah.
Good, bro. Learning.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now we need to learn about support and resistance. All right, guys. The best way to learn about support and resistance, guys, if you pick any pair, I don't care what it is, right? You go to the higher time frame. Here's a great example of it right here. So what you guys are noticing when you look at this, area right here, right? I'm going to highlight it like this so you know what area I'm talking about, right? All of this, right? This is giving us a good example of what support and resistance is. Okay, so get rid of the consolidation box, but now I'm going to show you guys that if I place a horizontal line at the top right here, right, this is going to be resistance. If I place a horizontal line near the bottom, right, this is going to be support. All right, and I'm going to color it accordingly. So again, what support and resistance is at a basic level, guys, it's just where resistance is an area where price is not getting above it, right? So just keep how when we're here, we get in the wicks. Mandrell, what's the wicks above the candles mean?
Bearish.
Bearish what?
Bearish pressure.
Boom. All right. Leone, what does wicks below the candle mean?
Bullish pressure.
Boom. All right. So notice bullish pressure, price shot up. Bearish pressure, price shot down. I just want y'all to pay attention to that. All right. But again, in terms of support and resistance, all right. So in terms of support and resistance, again, guys, price for when you can spot levels where price is failing to break above an area, this is your resistance. Okay. It's a invisible psychological zone, point, area, whatever you want to call it. All right. But you can see it visually with your eyes without having to put like a line on there, right? But it helps when you put the line because it stamps that your visualization of what you saw. It just, it writes it, it tattoos it, if you will, right? It's always there so that you can see it so you don't have to think about it. The line is giving you the representation of it. So that's resistance. If you notice with resistance, all the candles are staying below resistance. Okay. And that's what makes it resistance because the candles are below that line. Okay. And a lot of times we also draw it as zones. Okay. Because this is something that, you guys, when you're starting to understand, like, why would I draw this as a zone instead of just a line? Well, clearly you can see that sometimes when price gets up here, it doesn't respect just that line, right? It breaks it a little bit, breaks it a little bit, breaks it a lot, right? Gets right to it, breaks it a little bit here, gets, a little bit below it, breaks a little bit above it, right? A little bit above it. But ultimately, out of each one of these times that you see price in this zone, it falls. Came back up, it fell. Came back up, it fell. Came back up, it fell. Guys, my kids were like 7 and 8 years old when I started teaching them how to trade. And we would find pairs just like this where we had a nice what we call consolidation, right? Where price was just bouncing from support, bouncing to resistance. And I told my kids to do this. Every time price gets up here, sell it. Every time price gets down to support, buy it. Do y'all know my kid's account was looking stupid? Okay. off the basic concept, guys, this is really what trading is all about. I call it game of zones. All right, not Game of Thrones, but game of zones. You're just trying to find the opportunity to trade in between your support and resistance zones, right? But you're gonna man, all right, that's resistance, right? Where the candles are below price. Ro, what is resistance when candles are what?
Resistance is when the candles they're gonna go down because that's like the where price is being rejected.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. And the candles are always going to be below your line or your zone, your resistance line or your resistance zone. It's always better to have resistance as a zone instead of just a line, because that line isn't going to get respected by price. That zone is the general area of where price is going to most likely turn around. Look how many times price actually got out of the zone versus when it got above the line, right? So the line, it got above it, got above it, it got right to it, got above it, got above it, got above it. So if you're just going by the line, right, you're going to get got, thinking that you can sell it and just place your stop loss right behind that line, right? No, look, it pushed up and took you out, right? It pushed up here and took you out, right? So you guys got to understand the lines are better than the zones, but resistance is where price is failing to go higher, right? It's failing to get it's just failing to go higher. That's the bottom line, right? It's a zone or an area where price is respecting, right, to where it's not getting higher. All right. So then can somebody tell me what support would be? Anybody? What would support be? If resistance is an area or a zone where price is not getting higher than it, what is support?
It's the area where it won't get any lower.
That is absolutely correct. All right. So boom, here is where it touched, all the areas that it touched support. Okay, this got real deep. All right, but here and here, all right, and here we didn't even, we didn't even make it down here. All right, but if we draw out our zone, okay, all right, boom, there it is. Right. So again, if you drew it as a line, look, your line got got again, got again, got again, got again. But here, even the zone, got a little broken through. But you guys will learn, a lot of things about what you still have to take into consideration before you actually get into a trade, right? When price gets up to these areas where there's resistance or support, that doesn't mean you just sell it, right? When it gets to resistance, that doesn't mean you just sell it. Even though you saw like in the past, it got to resistance, it fell, it doesn't mean you just sell it. When it gets to resistance, we look for what we call confirmations. And basically that's when the bears start showing up. All right. And that's why it was so important for you guys to understand how bull and bear candle open up, right? Because if you look here, right, look at the body here. Let me zoom this in a little bit. All right, look at the body of that candle compared to the body of this candle. Do you see what I'm saying? So with you guys knowing, hey, there's bullish pressure here and there's bearish pressure here to where things kind of seem even. But on this candle, there's hella more bullish pressure just by the body alone. So if you would have gotten into a trade off of this candle, not just because price was at resistance, but after you got confirmation that bears are in the market, you sold, guess what? Boom, take profit smash. And you would have known to, take your money to where it gets to this area, because there's something called look left or looking in the past, to where when you're looking left, you see that, hey, this was the last place that price got to before it started to rise. So if you're selling it and you want to take your money, people ask this question all the time. How do I know when to take my money? Where do I supposed to take my money? Like nobody knows that answer. And it's just this simple. Look left, look in the past, see where's the lowest price got to before it started rising. And then when they do that, they go, oh shit, I look left and I see this is the lowest it got to before it went up. So that's where I should take my money. Boom, bam. Answers, the question's answered. And it's just that simple. I'm trying to tell you guys, a lot of this stuff is extremely simple, right? But you don't know how to formulate it. You don't know how to put it together, right? It's a big puzzle. And especially if you've never done it before, you guys, you feel like, what am I getting myself into? Right? You know what I mean? because there's things there's it's like a new language almost, right? Forex is Chinese, right? And who wants to go and learn Chinese? You see what I'm saying? Nobody wants to really dive into the time that it'll take to learn Chinese. But when you guys do it on your own, right, it's going to take a hell of a lot longer than doing it with a group or a team. All right, it's just the way it is, right? Just picture me as Jordan, right, and I'm teaching y'all basketball. Okay, you're much rather have Jordan teaching you basketball than your daddy who's an accountant. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just the way it is. All right. So please understand, guys, I'm going to elevate you way sooner than if you try to do all of this on your own. All right. So please rock with me. All right. But again, Leone said it best. The support area is a zone or area where price is failing to go lower than that area. All right. The resistance is the complete opposite. Price is failing to go higher than that area. So we have what we call our zones, our resistance zone and our support zone. Again, guys, support, the candles are going to stay above that zone. That's what's going to make it support. When it's resistance, the candles are going to stay below that zone. That's what makes it resistance. Then we have an interesting thing that happens. I'm going to expand resistance out. And now look, all in the past, right here, respect, drop, respect, drop, respect, drop, respect, drop, respect, drop, respect, drop. Uh-oh, what happened here? What happened here? We broke that zone. Guys, whenever you get a zone to become broken, it turns into the opposite zone. Does that make any sense? So basically, resistance, this was once resistance, but since we broke above it, now this zone becomes support. Guys, is that making any sense whatsoever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So here's a pop quiz. If when we break above resistance, it becomes support, what happens if we were to break below support? What happens then, guys? What happens to the support zone?
Become resistant.
That's right. Why does it become resistance? It's a very simple answer, so don't try to complicate it. But it broke support, and that zone now became resistance. But why did it come resistance? It's a very simple answer. Remember, think about where the candles are in relation to support and resistance.
It's in another zone.
Say it again.
It's in another zone.
Nope, that's not it. That's not the answer. Take another shot.
Mm.
Why? We broke support. So you were right when you said that it became resistance, that area became resistance. But can anybody tell me why that area became resistance? It's a very simple answer.
Started a new support.
Nope. Leone, Ro, y'all want to take a crack?
Because the pressure was bearish.
So you were breaking up on me and you were coming in slow, but I heard you say because the pressure was bearish. Was that what you said?
Yeah, that is what I said.
Okay. Nope. That's not why that area became resistance. Ro, what do you think?
I'm not sure exactly.
All right. So y'all
It broke
ready
the
for the
support.
say it again?
It broke the support.
Well, no. You said that at first, and you were right about that. It broke support so that zone became resistance. But here's the real reason why that zone is now resistance, guys. Because the candles, all right, I'm gonna draw a little candle. Okay. Because the candles are below that zone. Okay. Remember, guys, if we're talking resistance, the candles are below that zone. If we're talking support, it's because the candles are above that zone. It's that simple. Don't complicate it more than that, guys. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? If you complicate it more than that, you're going to start trying to put in all these other things to fill in the reason why that's support or resistance. And you don't need to do that. All right. So hear me once again. The reason why when we broke support, this became resistance because the candles were below the zone. Okay. So why
That's
when
what
we
I was
broke,
trying to say. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh yeah, and you were saying bearish pressure. No, I'm with you. I completely understand, and I get that. But this is, when you're new to it, you're just trying. You don't know the wording, right? You know what I mean? You don't know how to really say it. But this is why I tell you guys to take a crack at it, because you're closer than you think. You just, you know what I'm saying? Like once I say it, you go, yeah, that's what I meant. You feel what I'm saying? But now you really get to
Yeah.
see, now you really get to see in a simplistic way why it is what it is. So are y'all with me now? Are y'all with me on why the zones are support or resistance? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to quiz you right now, Mandrell. This was once resistance. We broke above it. So now it's support. But why is it support? Very simple answer.
Because of the counter broke the zone.
That's right. But where are the candles in relation to the zone?
Above the resistance.
Boom. No, above the support. So
Support. I mean, yeah.
yeah. So that's right. Again, guys, hear my words. Hear my words. If the candles are below the zone, that zone is resistance. If the candles are above the zone, that zone is support. I'm gonna write it down. If the candles are above the zone is resistance. If the candles are below, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. So that was all wrong. Hold on, give me a second. All right, so I can't, nope, can't delete that. All right, so hold on. If the candles are above the zone is support. All right, sorry about that, guys. All right, so erase that first one. All right, and then if the candles are below the zone, then that zone is resistance. All right, so it's the last two. All right, so if the candles are above the zone, that zone is support. If the candles are below the zone, that zone is resistance. All right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna clean up the chart. All right, and I'm gonna just bring you guys over here. All right, and we're gonna do a little test. All right, so here. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Row, which zone has the most touches? Support or resistance?
Support.
Okay, why do you say support has the most touches?
You drew 3 points and resistance only got 2.
So boom. Okay, that is absolutely right. Resistance only had 2. Okay, what is this zone now? Well, before you answer that, did price break below support? Yes or no?
Before you drew that last line, no, but
That is correct.
now
Mhm.
it is below the support, so now it's resistance.
That is absolutely correct. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to ask you the $1,000,000 question, right? You've already gotten this being right as resistance, but why is it resistance?
Because the candles are now below the
That zone.
support line.
There we go. There we go. All right. Listen, guys. All right. Y'all got the candles down, and now y'all are getting support and resistance down. I'm telling y'all, building block on building block. And before y'all know it, y'all going to be dangerous. Y'all gonna be like, holy shit, I didn't think I was gonna get this fast. But you're gonna get it. All right. So listen, that is absolutely correct. And again, round of applause to you. So now, all right, Leone. All right, here we go. Okay. All right. Which zone has more touches? Oh, come on now. Don't do me like that.
Something happened and I can't see the screen because I got out of this chat, the window, so I can't see it right now.
All right, let me take it off and then I'll put it back for you. Hold on. Let me see if that brings it back up.
I think it might be. Oh, thanks.
All right, did that do it?
Yeah.
All right, brought it back. All right, so now hold on. I'll zoom it in for you. All right, so I guess it won't let me go too far. Oh, come on, come on. All right, there we go. So which zone got more touches? Go ahead. What do you think? Support or resistance? Which got more touches?
The support did.
Okay. How many touches did it get?
4.
All right. How many touches did resistance get?
3.
All right. So I'm glad you said 3 and not 0. I drew price reversing before it touched the line on purpose to see if
I
you would.
can't see that. That second one, it didn't go the whole way, or the third one, it didn't go the whole way.
Neither one of them.
Okay.
And again, that was all on purpose to see if you would count it as a touch or not, because it didn't touch the line. But I told you guys, support and resistance is never a line. Okay, I'm just putting lines so that you guys will know where the area is, but this is your real resistance area. Okay, this is your real support area or zone. Pick your, you can call it what you want, area, zone, whatever, right? Place, right? It's whatever you want to call it. But you can see that if we're going by the zone, we have those 3 touches. That's why you counted it as 3, and I'm glad you did, because again, I'm trying to program you guys to not look at just this point or this area, or this line, instead of the area. All right, all of the price action that happened in the same area. All right, so those touches are valid. All right, so now, all right, let's see if we can get it. Come on. All right, so now tell me what just happened.
It broke out of the resistance.
Okay, so that is correct.
It
Now,
went above.
no, that's right. Either way, that was right. You had it right. Why is this resistance? What? So this was resistance, but now what does this zone become? If it breaks resistance, what is this zone now?
Comes support.
That is correct. Okay. Why does it become support? $1 million question. Very simple answer. And I'll give you a hint. It's in the chat.
Because it doesn't go any lower.
Nope. 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 Think about where the candle is. So I know I got just a line, but again, let's just put a candle. All right. Where is the candle in relation to your zone?
I'm not sure.
It's above the zone. Are you with me?
Yeah, I am.
And you see, like, I know you saw it. You know what I mean? You didn't say it, but I know you saw it. You know what I mean? And now that I say it, you really see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's your quiz. All right. What happened now?
It dropped through the resistance
This one? It dropped
on the
through.
bottom. Yeah, it went through the resistance, so it's below.
Oh, no, it went through support.
I just mean it went through support. Yeah,
Okay.
support.
So now what does this zone become? If it broke support, what does this zone now become?
It becomes the resistance.
Okay. All right. Cool. 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 So now, why does it become resistance?
Because it's below.
That's right. The candles are below the zone. Guys, I'm telling y'all, Y'all gonna have to get this. I don't care how many times you got to repeat it to yourself or write it down or over, look it over. This is going to be critical. Okay, very, very critical to you making money. Okay, if you guys are really, looking to trade different, things like Forex or, whatever, right? I don't, again, this applies to options. This applies to everything that you can't escape this. All right. But when you're talking support and resistance, you're talking about where the candles are in relation to the zones. So again, guys, if we have consolidation where prices is going up, down, up, down, right? Let me give you the three looks. You're only going to get these three looks, guys. Watch me. Check me out. You're going to get uptrend. You're going to get consolidation. And you're going to get downtrend. Okay, guys, this is consolidation where you just got a level. Again, we can just do it with a line, but we know that it really is a zone. Okay. Okay, it's a zone. And then again, you got your uptrend, right? Your uptrend. And then you got your downtrend. These are the only three phases of the market you guys are ever going to get. We do not make money. Well, we can make money, but we typically don't make money in the consolidation phase. We make money in the uptrend phase and we make money in the downtrend phase, guys, right? In the uptrend phase, we make money by buying from the low, buying from the low, buying from the low. I know this seems confusing because it's going higher, all right? But I'll explain that. And then in a downtrend, we buy from the high, we buy from the high. I'm sorry, we sell from the high, we sell from the high, and then we sell from the high again. All right. So what I'm teaching you guys, right, is the basics of support, which was here at the time, and then resistance, which was at the top. And again, support and resistance is designated by where the candles are in relation to the zone that you drew. So that's more important than anything, guys. You are not going to identify your zones correctly if you're not looking at where the candles are in relation to where the zones are. So if you have a support zone, that means all of the candles are above that zone. That's why you call it support. So if support is ever broken, Leonie, right? Now the candle is below the zone. That's why it becomes resistance. Are you with me so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, give me some questions, all right, that you have about support and resistance. All right. There's a little more to know about it, but give me any questions that you have about it so far. I want to make sure that you guys are at least understanding, what it's about and, why it switches, when it gets broken. All right. So any questions? And if you don't have questions, say, hi, I don't have any questions. But please let me know if you do have some questions about it.
You answered the question for me just with that answered a question I had. So thanks.
You got it. Ro, Mandrell, any questions, guys?
No, I'm good, bro.
All right. Ro, you good?
Mm-mm.
All right.
So you
Yep.
said, yeah,
I like
you
that.
do not.
Oh, not good. Go ahead. No, no, go ahead.
You said that you don't make money when it's consolidating. You only make money in an uptrend or a downtrend.
Well, yes. So let me elaborate. We can absolutely make money because, again, this is how I taught my kids how to trade through consolidation, right? So I would find a pair that had, well, that was consolidating, right? Where it was just going up and down like this. And I would tell them, hey, when it reaches here, you sell it. And then when it reaches here, you buy it. And they made money as long as it was consolidating. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I'm going to drop a bomb on you guys right now. Consolidation is indecision in the market. You got buyers and sellers that are not willing to buy higher or buy lower than this price. And you got sellers that are not willing to sell higher than this price. So therefore, it just keeps going between these two zones. In reality, what's happening, there's a lot of manipulation happening in regards to Forex. What's happening is the banks, okay? These are the people who provide the money. We call it liquidity. They provide the money. Think about it. Take a time out. If you're buying something, who's selling it to you? If you're selling something, who's buying it from you? Okay? Think about that. Let that sit in for a quick second. Okay? The answer, the banks are, the hedge funds are, the institutional people who play in this Forex market, they're the ones taking the opposite side of your trade. And sometimes it's retail traders, but we don't move the market like that. And when it's retail traders, you get what you see right here, which is consolidation, right? Where it's like, hey, Ro, I want to sell silver at $3. And then you're like, okay, well, I'll buy it at $3. And now, it goes up to $5. And you're like, hey, Bain, I want to sell it at $5. And I'm like, shit. You know what I mean? I don't really want to sell it at, I don't want to buy it at $5. I sold it at $3. You know what I'm saying? Like it becomes this little back and forth, like a little tug of war between the retail traders, right? So you're getting so many people saying that they want to buy, so many people saying that they want to sell, but the banks are just sitting there and looking at what we're doing, right? So at the end of it all, when consolidation is over, right, the banks have been able to tally up who has more money that have been placed in trade. Is it the buyers or the sellers, right? If it's the buyers, guess what they're going to do? They're going to manipulate it. They're going to push price down, okay? And then they're going to make it go up. That's how they get your money, because your stops and everything are at the bottom. It's below where you bought. So they push it down, take your money. That money fuels their position to go up. All right. And then vice versa. If it was more sellers, if there was more money in selling in the consolidation, the banks will push price up. Okay, this is manipulation. This is high level stuff. I'm gonna come back to the basic answer of this consolidation, making money in this consolidation. But the banks will push it up if there was more sellers in the consolidation, and then they will push it down. So many people that have joined me throughout the years have said, why is it that when I get in a trade, it goes against me, I lose, and then it goes in my direction? I'm explaining to you guys why right now. Because you don't understand market manipulation. You don't understand how the banks use your money to fuel their position, right? Everybody's with this retail state of mind. And when it comes to trading, you guys can't think like retail traders. You have to think like the institutional traders. We get in with the wave. They have the big money. We get in on the positions that they make, on the moves that they make. That's how we make money. Okay, guys, we don't trade against the banks. I mean, we're trading against them, but we don't trade against them, right? You know what I'm saying? We trade in the direction that they do, but you got to understand the psychology in order to even do that. This is why so many people fail. They have no clue that this even exists. They don't even know, right? So again, you're going in blind, you're bound to, just crash and, hit a wall and everything else in between. And that's why people give up so easily. Well, I'm not gonna say easily, but that's why they give up. All right. But Ro, to answer your question, right, with making money in consolidation, you can, as long as you sell high from support, from resistance, or you buy low from support. But this is not ideal, because if I show you, look, this is consolidation, but look how much it went, it's just you don't really want that, right? Versus let me try to give you something where you can really see. All right, let's get out of replay mode. Hold on. All right, and I'm cleaning up the charts for a second. All right, but look at this. All right, right here. You see this? This is a downward move. Okay, from right about this high all the way down to about right here. Okay, this is a downward move. All right, and basically I'm gonna do a measurement. All right, from here, from that high down to that low, and I can see what it reads right here. This is basically this is silver, so it gets counted a little differently, but you can see it's a 12-point move. So right here is 9 and right here is 21, so it's about 12, right? It's about a 12-point move on silver. Silver pays crazy. All right. So I won't get into the math of all of that, but just know that this was a 12-point move. All right. Now let's go over to where price was consolidating, right? And I'm gonna just take, it's really all of this as consolidation right here, but I'm gonna just take this in piece right here. I'm gonna just take this consolidation end piece, and I'm gonna do a measurement on this from the top to the bottom. It only went 2 points. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying to you, Ro? There's more money to be made when price is trending than when it's consolidating. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not that you can't make money if you sold from here and you bought from here. You would be making money, but you won't be making the kind of money that you would make if you were buying it while it was trending. Is that making any sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does that answer what you wanted to know about consolidation or no?
Yeah, it does.
Right. But I got some zones and some levels marked up. All right. Now I'm going to pop quiz you guys really quick. So I'm going to go to like the 4 hour. All right. Hold on. Okay. So I'm going to erase this. All right. And this right here where it says weekly. Okay. Or where it says W. All right. This line. Can you guys tell me if this line represents support or resistance? Okay, right from where I have my mouse. So I got my mouse where it's rejecting that line. Can you tell me, or who can tell me, if this line represents support or resistance?
That's resistance.
That's correct,
So
Ro.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So now, Ro, you answered first. Why is it resistance? Please keep it simple.
The candles are opening below the
That
resistance level.
that is correct. The candles are below it. That's it. You say opening below it. I'm gonna take it. I'll take that answer. But it's because the candles are below that line. Simple. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Mm-hmm.
So now what about this purple line? What is this purple line? Is it support or resistance?
And support.
Why is it support?
The candles are above the purple line.
Kaboom, 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 kaboom. What would have happened if you bought from down here at the support line? What would have happened? Let's just say you bought right here, somewhere off of here. This area, this zone. Remember, it's a zone, guys. Can't forget that. All right. I know I got the line there, but it's really a zone. All right. So what would have happened if you bought somewhere from in here? What do you think would have happened?
I will be in profit
Why?
because I took a buy and it's going up.
That's absolutely right. Where do we buy from? Where do we look to buy from? What zone?
The support,
Kaboom. Where do we look to sell from?
resistance.
Kaboom. Is any of that making sense, guys?
Yeah.
Whole lot.
Do you see what would have happened if you guys sold from this area? Again, this zone. All right. Again, the zone. Okay. We wait for that confirmation of the bears to show up from this zone. It happened a few times, right? So we broke it, we came back, and then the bears showed up here. So even if you sold it right here, you would have had to place your stop loss above the zone. And look, it did this. It went down and made you some money, came back, touched the zone again, dropped down again, touched the zone again, and then it really dropped down. Okay. And again, I'm just going to tell you guys, like, I'm people, in the beginning, everybody struggles with patience. Forex, crypto, stocks, futures, bonds, whatever it is that you trade in, it will put your emotions in a blender when you don't know what you're doing. You'll be so nervous to either get into a sell or get into a buy on anything because you don't know anything, right? So if you just so happen to press that button bravely enough, if you press sell or you press buy, once you press it, right now your emotions, all of a sudden, you start feeling stuff you ain't never felt before in your life. You didn't know that a computer and a chart and some candlesticks could make you feel this way. your anxiety is going through the roof, right? You got real money in your account, but you needed that money. You're trading with money that you need, not money that you don't need or that you can afford to lose. Another reason why people give up. All right. But your emotions are all in this blender now. And you're just like, oh shit, oh, it's going up, oh, it's going down, oh, ooh, I eat, ooh, ooh. Right? You all over the place. And at some point, your emotions get the best of you. You close out of the trade, probably for a loss. And then you see that the trade goes in the direction that you got into it for. And then you're like, oh, I could have made so much money. But the reason why you didn't is because you don't have any patience. On top of you not knowing what you need to know. But the main one is you don't have any patience. Right? Guys, I'm going to teach you how to be patient. I'm going to teach you how to wait. I'm going to teach you how to look for the candles to close so that you know it's time to sell. I'm going to teach you how to wait for the candles to close so you know that it's time to buy. And I promise you guys, y'all will be making it's going to be ridiculous. Okay. I really, really want you guys to come into the Discord this week and watch how we do. Right? Click that link in this chat for the, I'm gonna bring it down again so you guys can have it. But click that link so that you guys can get this demo account. All right. Don't worry about you not knowing what to do. Ask me. Okay. Ask it, just write it in. A. How the hell do I sell the Euro USD? How the hell do I buy the Euro USD? What do I do? How can I pull up the chart? Where do I go? Ask the questions, guys. Again, I know sometimes you may not know what the question is that you really want to ask, but just, hey, Bain, let me talk to you. I got you. We're gonna figure it out. And we're gonna do it so quick and so fast that it's gonna seem like, damn, was it really this easy? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, again, I'm saying that a lot, and I don't mean any disrespect to anybody who's been doing this and they have been, they've been finding it hard, right? There's a lot of things that I just know that they don't know. You understand what I'm saying? But once you know, guys, that's the battle, right? Knowledge is power, and I'm telling you, this Forex thing is powerful.
Want to get money? Want to get paid? Master Forex, like a sensei? Then you know you got to come and swing my way. And if you want to fast forward, hit replay.